Hi, I'm Lex and welcome back to what is normally my biggest Project Pan update of the month. This is my D100 Project Pan, and this is a Project Pan that I made up myself, where basically I use it as a filler. I have one or two items from every makeup category, and I randomize uses using 100-sided dice. So let's get into my update. First up, my base, my primer. This is just a random sample of a primer that I got, and this is rather nice. It works well in conjunction with my moisturizers, but it is kind of coming to the end now. I really liked this at first because of the airless pump, but that stopped working rather quickly, like when I was maybe about halfway through the product. Then I dropped it and the whole cap just like shattered to bits. So I basically have to unscrew it and just squeeze out a glob anyway. This has been rather nice though. It has SPF 20 in it, and like I said, it's a good base for anything that I want to put on top of it. It blends really well with my cream products and things like that. I rolled this in for 94 uses, and so far I've used it 68 times. I don't know if I'm actually going to get to that 94 uses because I think this might be finished before then. There is a little bit of air in here, and you can see that it is looking really skinny, but yeah, I think this will be gone pretty soon, maybe another week or two of use and it should be done. So we'll see how that goes. Then I rolled in my concealer from The Ordinary in the shade 1.0p, very fair pink undertones. And as I rolled this into the project for 19 uses, I accidentally dropped it and then stood on it and it exploded everywhere. So it has a hole in the top and all the product was leaking out of it, which wasn't good. So I decided to depot it last month when I rolled it in. I put it in this old tub from my 1:2 caviar illuminator, and this is all of the product that I have left from in that tube. It's a decent amount. I've decided to just kind of keep this in until I've used it all up, because now that it's no longer in a tube, it's less airtight and I've had to depot it. I don't want it to dry out at all, so I am just going to keep it in until I use it up in its entirety. So even though it had an initial goal of 19 that I've now surpassed because I've used it 23 times, I am going to keep this in until it is finished. Then for my powder, I have this very shiny loose baking powder from PS, which is the Primark brand. It supposedly reduces shine and has a matte finish and it's oil free, but if you look at my forehead, it's telling a very different story right now. So because of that, because this isn't particularly mattifying, I haven't actually been using this very much. I used it about 9 times in the past month, just on my days off, when I don't really care about being that matte all day, which means I have a total of 24 uses on this out of the initial 36 that it rolled in for. But I haven't actually been using it for work at all. In fact, my mum gave me her old Rimmel Stay Matte powder, which that is so broken. It's so broken. It's like cracked to bits. It's all like come off. The writing's come off. But she gave me this to try out just because I wanted to see how it worked and everything. And it worked really well. It had a pan in the middle when I first got it, but I've since used it so much that I've had to repress it, and this is now like basically coming to an end. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 days of use left on this. You can see all of the rings super clearly. I just wanted to like point that out even though it's not in a project, because this will be finished soon and I'm really proud of myself for that. This is in the shade 004 Sandstorm. And this worked really well. I'm just afraid of buying this again, the Rimmel Stay Matte powder, because this is absolutely ancient. and I think it's probably been reformulated since my mum first bought this. So I'm worried that if I do buy it again, it's not going to be the same and it might not actually be as mattifying as it used to be back in the day. Then for bronzer, I was using my PS Bronze Glow. This peeves me off because the lid's broken, but this is what it's looking like. It had rolled in for 23 uses. I only needed to use it 6 more times to reach that goal last month, and I did. It's a really nice bronzer, it blends really well, and this used to be £1 back in the day. Not even on sale or anything, this just used to cost £1. I'll never get over that. And I think products like bronzers for me, or like blushes or anything like that, I don't need them to be super special, so I'm more than happy buying like cheaper, more readily available versions of those products because I don't need them to be anything special, to be honest. And I don't think there is much difference between a £1 bronzer from Primark and a more high-end bronzer, really. As long as the colours are right and everything, I don't see why you wouldn't just pick the cheaper one. So because I was done with that bronzer, my Z palette comes through again. I swear this never wants to leave my makeup basket. And I rolled in my Z palette bronzer for 93 uses. I don't know if I'll even be able to get 93 uses out of this because it's very, very shallow. Okay, not on that side. It's very, very shallow in the pan in certain areas, and you can see it's got a lot of pan going on. So I've used it 15 times so far this month, and the rings are really coming through. There's quite a bit of pan going on, and I see myself finishing that one up pretty soon, I can't lie. It's really nice, it's kind of on the lighter side, so I do layer it on a bit more than I would with my other bronzers, but it's very blendable, it's very nice. Then also from my Z palette, I had my 2 blushes rolled in. First up, we have this red one. I call it the red one because it's more of like the warm-toned one. And this only had 4 uses left on it to reach its goal of 26. So I finally buckled down and I used it 4 times, and I've reached my goal. It is now rolling out. This one, however, is staying in, this more pink blush from my Z palette. I had rolled this in for 96 uses, and that is a much higher margin, especially as I'm someone that doesn't necessarily wear a lot of cool-toned blush. But it still has 63 uses left on it, so it's going to be staying in for a really, really long time. I didn't use it at all last month. Yeah, I don't have anything really to say about it. However, because my red blush is rolling out, I get to roll a new blush in. And this is my Revolution Peach Ombre blush. And it says it's scented. This is what confuses me. It literally says, I'm scented, and then it doesn't smell of anything. It's not fruity, it's not perfumey, it's literally nothing. But anyway, this is the ombre blush. I sort of will just probably swirl back and forth between the lighter side and the darker side. I am rolling this in for 40 uses, so it'll be here for a little while as well. It's really nice, and I'm excited to try it out. I had a big spending spree at Revolution, so I have a lot of new makeup, which I'm not necessarily super proud of, but as long as I'll be getting use on it, I think it should be alright. So this will be rolling into the project next. I forgot to pick this up, and I'm too lazy to get up at the moment, so I'll probably just pop a picture in. But for my highlight, I had my W7 prismatic palette, a little triangular one. I think that's a dupe of the KVD Alchemist palette, and I was using the pink shade from in there. I've used it 3 times this past month, which is more than I've been using it recently, and that's taken me up to 16 out of 28 uses. So not doing too bad. I probably should buckle down and focus on those. but there's not a massive change in that. I'll just pop a picture up. Same with my Cruella palette. It's a highlighting palette, and I was using one of the shades in that. It rolled in for 52 uses. I still need to use it 39 times, and I haven't used it at all in the past month, so I'll just pop a picture up. It looks the same. My final highlight, which was a surprise highlight, is from my She Glam Finn and Jake face powder. Technically it's supposed to be a face powder, but it is really, really shimmery and glittery, and it sucks as a face powder. So I smushed it all up, mixed all the colours together, and then repressed it. Most of it wouldn't fit back into the compact, so I also have a little bit of it repressed here, this lightest colour. This is the Finn and Jake face powder, except it's so bright it is literally a highlight on me. I rolled it in for 29 uses. I used it 6 more times last month to take me up to that, and that is now finally rolling out. Because I initially rolled it in as a face powder and then it ended up having to be recategorized as a highlight, I won't be rolling anything else in for that. I think 2 highlights in this project is enough. But that was nice. It was a very like glow from within kind of highlight that I was really happy using for work. Moving on to the lip category, and there are big schmoves in this one. First up, my Dolce & Gabbana lip gloss in the shade Amethyst. I hate this so much. I genuinely have been struggling with this for months. If you've watched any of my other updates, you'll know that I come and I complain about this and I use it once or twice and then complain about it some more every month. This past month I've not used it at all, and that's just really made me think, like, why am I doing this? Why am I keeping this in the project? I hate it, I don't use it, and it's so much effort to try and mix this with other stuff and make it work every single time I apply it. So instead, I'm gonna essentially declutter this from my collection. I won't be binning it. I will use it up next time I'm frankening some lip products together, because this has some nice glitters in it and it'll definitely add some depth, but it does need to be mixed with a ton of other stuff to look good in any way whatsoever. So I'll just save this for my next lip franken and use it up then, because there is no way in hell that I'll be using this up the way it is right now. So that is leaving my collection. It's not getting rolled into any more projects. It's gone. I'm done with it. It'll get frankened at some point, not anytime soon, but it'll get frankened at some point, and then I'll start bringing it back. Because that is leaving the project, I wanted to bring in a different lip product to replace it, and that is another little Avon sample in the shade Country Rose, which I was expecting to be a pink, but it's not very pink, it's very red, at least in person. In the viewfinder it's looking a little bit more pink, but in person it's rather red. I suppose it's somewhere in between. It's a very moisturizing little lip product, but I have a lot of these and they're very pigmented, so I don't tend to use very much of them each time, as you'll be able to tell from my other sample that I've had in for ages. But I rolled this in for 52 uses. You may think that's crazy, there's no way you'll get 52 uses out of a tiny sample, but watch me. I normally just dab like the tiniest little bit of this on and then put lip balm over the top of it to sheer it out, because I don't wear lipstick on the daily. Speaking of my other sample, this is Wine with Everything, and this one is slowly going down, very, very slowly. I've used this 10 times so far, out of 76, and only once this past month, so not majorly great progress, but it's moving. It's moving, what more can I ask? In an absolutely shocking turn of events, I found my peach lip balm that I had rolled in as my lip balm in this project. It initially rolled in for 32 uses. I used it 19 times and then I lost it, and I couldn't find it for genuinely like 2 or 3 months. It smells super good. And now it's back. It rolled out of a bag today, and I was very pleased to find it. so this will now actually get to finish its stint in this project. I had rolled in another lip balm, a vanilla scented one, to replace it. The vanilla one was in for 17 uses. I've used it 11 times so far, and now I've lost that one. So I will have a proper good look for it. That's what I said about this one, and then I couldn't find it. But I'll have a proper good look for the vanilla one, and then I'll try and get my uses done on both of these, because I really have a tendency to just put these places and forget about them. I'm hoping I've not left the vanilla one in work, because that would be really annoying. But I did use the vanilla one 10 times, that's why it's gone up to 11 uses out of 17, and that is really, really good for me, honestly. I do count every reapplication with my lip products, so it's not like a day of use, it's genuinely every single use is counted. Then I have my liquid liners. There has been no progress on these. I rolled them in for 23 uses, and as of last month I still had to use them 10 times. I still need to use them 10 times, because I didn't really have an opportunity to use them this past month. Yeah, I've not really been using very much eyeliner at all. I've got black pencil liner on today just because I thought I might as well get my uses up on that. But that's in my 50 Shades of Black Project Pan if you want to check that out next week probably. Up next I have my False Acacia hand cream. This rolled in for 44 uses. I've only used it twice in the past month, taking it up to 11 out of 44 uses. Not bad. I normally use hand cream every night, but because I have a hand cream in another project that I've been using, that has taken priority over this little one, even though it smells really good. It smells really nice. Then I have my strawberry perfume. This rolled in for 92 uses, and I've used it 6 times this past month, taking it up to 21 total uses. That's not bad. I will probably be wearing this a lot more to work next week because I've been feeling a little bit ill, so I haven't been wanting to waste my nice perfume on days when I can't even smell it. So I've just been using my body spray recently, but I will probably wear this to work a lot more next month, so make some more progress on it next month. In keeping with fragrances, this is my body spray. This is the Mallows Beauty Candy Floss Body Mist. And as you can see, I haven't marked it in months, but it is making really good progress. This rolled in for 96 uses, and I've used it 16 times this past month for a total of 60 uses. 60 uses to get me from like there to there, I guess. I think that was like when I first brought it in, maybe. Who's to say? It smells okay. It just doesn't smell as sweet as it did when I first got it, so I've just been trying to use it up because it's not really my thing anymore. It's a bit too chemically and not sweet enough. So, trying to get that one out of my collection. I have here my body glitter from La Rive. This is in the shade Golden Dream. It's the gold one. It's a body mist, but it has glitter in it, and it doesn't actually smell like anything, so I just use it as a body glitter. And this has had 2 uses in the past month, bringing it up to 16 out of 40 uses. Now that summer's over and I don't see myself using this very much, I don't think there'll be a ton of progress. Maybe every now and again when I go out I'll use it, but that doesn't happen too often. You can see with this as well, I've not marked it in a really long time, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. My hair is all falling apart. Oh, there we go. Fixed it. And for the slightly more boring bit, I have my nail polishes. first up I have the Express Mocha, which looks like a nice brown in the bottle, but it looks black on my nails, so I haven't been wearing this. It rolled in for 7 uses and I still just need to use it one more time, but it's not a very summery colour, it's not been inspiring me. I'll probably just paint my toes with it at some point and call that done. Then I have my Mowbray in the shade 762. It's a gel nail polish, so it's a little bit more effort than your typical nail polish. So I haven't used that one either. It rolled in for 2 uses and I still need to use it one more time. However, my Happy Jackson nail polish will be rolling out because I used it one more time to bring it to a total of 5 uses, which was my goal, so this is now rolling out. However, I think that I have too many nail polishes here, so I won't be rolling anything new in for that one. And finally, we also have the Avon Nailwear Pro Plus in the shade Divine Lime. This rolled in for 9 uses, and I've used it 3 times so far. I used it once this past month to bring it up to those 3 uses. It's very nice actually. Like, I don't know if you can see, but it's really watery, and this is where it settles, so there's still quite a lot of it left. But it's a really nice colour. It is a bright lime green, and it has these like sparkles in it. It has tons of sparkle, and it's very fun. I enjoy it a lot. Someone at work did ask if I have a little sister or something that painted my nails, and I'm like, no, that's me. That's what I like. But yeah, great. We love to see it. And that is pretty much everything. I've made some good progress. It's nice to finally have a new roll-in, a couple new roll-ins actually, with my lip products and my blush. So thank you for being here. Thanks for watching my update. Let's see if I can maybe get a couple more things out next month. I'm thinking it's looking good with my lip balm. Now that I've found my peach lip balm, I can probably roll that out. And maybe I can see about getting one of my highlights rolled out finally. And I'll definitely make my normal typical progress on my concealer and my base and my bronzer, because I don't have duplicates of those really in any other projects. Hopefully I can finish up this primer, and I would be really happy with that. Thanks so much for watching. I will see you all next time. Bye!